Hi, welcome. Simon here, and I hope you're doing well. In this video, I'll be doing a screen replacement on the iPhone 7 Plus, as well as the battery replacement. So if you take a look at the back of your phone, the model is A1661. It's a fine print here at the very bottom, and that is the iPhone 7 Plus. So let me go ahead and turn off the phone. And walk you through step by step on how to replace the LCD screen. First, you need to have the 0.8, this little star screwdriver. You need to remove the two screws at the bottom here. Once you have removed the two screws, go ahead and get yourself this metal prying tool. We want to separate the broken glass away from the base of your phone. So stick it in between, right about this much. You try not to stick it too deep. When you stick the metal prying tool too deep, what happens is that you may damage the internal components. So just enough for you to cut the adhesive right along the side of the phone. So the phone is a water resistant, and there is a seal right around the corner of the phone. So what I'm doing right now is separating or cutting the seal so that I can get into the phone afterwards. All right, once you have cut open the seal, you can open up the phone to your right and hold it at 90-degree angle. Here we want to remove the metal plate. This metal plate is held down by 4 screws, and these 4 screws are tri screws, or we call it Y screws. Okay, remove that little Y screws. Use the Y screwdriver to do so. What I'll do is I will link all the tools and the replacement parts in the description below. You can go ahead and check out the description below, and you can buy those parts from either Amazon or eBay and follow along the tutorial on how to change the screen as well as the battery. Now once you have the bracket removed, go ahead and disconnect this here. This flex cable is for the battery, and then this one here is for the LCD screen and the digitizer. Once you have removed that, go ahead and remove the screws for this. I'm using the same screwdriver. This is the Y screwdriver or the tri screwdriver. Remove the 3 screws. And then remove the bracket. Once you have done with that, go ahead and disconnect the front camera and the ear speaker. Alright, once you have done with that, the next step I like to do is to remove the speaker. Get yourself a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, once you have removed all that, go ahead and remove the ear speaker. Now at this moment, you want to pay close attention to so this is where you want to go ahead and disconnect the camera right here. So you see this little plastic, it is still covered, and you just try to tuck it underneath gently and remove it. So what it is this little square thing is insert into the bracket. So this little white transparent is a bracket where it mount the little square thing right here. So you just want to duck underneath and remove it. Okay, once you have that removed, what I'll do is I'll remove the entire piece right here, as well as the little 4 gold dots. You see that? So go ahead and tuck underneath. What you want to do is you want to remove the whole thing. Okay, so with the they are just kind of held down by the double-sided tape. Okay, so I just removed the entire piece right here, and this is the thing that we can throw it away. So separate this little earpiece filter. This is the earpiece filter. Separate it out, and this is what we want to keep and transfer to the new screen. So the next step I'll be doing is to remove the screws. There are screws on the side, so just remove them. It looks like the screw were already removed in the past. So there's not much left. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5. You should have 5 screws on the side. Remove them. It looks like the phone was replaced by somebody else in the past, and they did not put all the screws in. And also they may have stripped this screw right here. Yep, they did strip the screw right on this home button. Luckily I was able to remove it. I'm not going to put that strip screw back. So once you separate the connector, you want to go ahead and flip this one. You want to go ahead and remove the home button. Once you're done with that, we're going to remove the back plate. So we want to save the back plate and then transfer over to the new screen. Okay, so this is the old screen. You can put this on the side. Here comes the new screen. You want to insert the home button through the front. And then lift that cable up. And have the home button connection back on top of it. Okay, once you have that installed, go ahead and work on the back plate. So you want to have the flex cable insert through this hole. And once you have that inserted, go ahead and make adjustment, align them in the right position, and then close it down. All right. Once you have everything in the right position, I'm holding on to that, and you can put all the screws back in on the side. Again, I have a missing screw here, but for your case, you should be able to put all the screws back in. Once you have that installed, get the bracket, put the bracket back on, and we are installing the home button bracket here. Okay, once you have all that installed, let's go ahead and get going with the front camera. So you want to align these two little holes here onto the phone. And then make sure that the bracket is reconnect back to the mounting bracket here, the white transparent. Have the speaker insert on top of the connection and then flip over that front camera. Once you have that installed, do not forget the bracket, and the bracket go on top of it, and get all your screws, and we're going to install the screws back in. All right, so we have the front screen all installed and ready to go. But before I finish up the phone, I like to change out the battery on the phone here. Okay, so what we have done, we have disconnected the battery. Now, if you take a closer look here, there are three little black strips, and this black strip are double-sided tape. We need to remove that tape in order to get to the battery. So be very gently, because the tape is very fragile and I just broke it. So what you want to do is take your time and be very gently pull that tape away from you. Okay, it broke again. So this thing is really long. You can keep pulling like a cheese. So keep pulling until the thing ends. I'm working on the middle tape here. Okay, that is done. And I'll work on the final last double-sided tape. Okay, so that is done. Once we have all the three tapes removed, technically your battery would just come right out. I think I might have left some tape right here on the first one, the very first one. The tape is still underneath. Let me go ahead and get that tape out. And now the battery will just come right out. Okay, so this is the new replacement battery that I got. And what you need to do is you need to have a double-sided tape so you can tape the battery down. I'll be using this little tape right here. This is a 2 millimeter tape. All right, once I have the tape here, I will go ahead and remove this. And then go ahead and install the battery. Once the battery is installed, is taped down, I'll go ahead and disconnect the connection. Now I need to work on the LCD screen. So let's go ahead and reconnect the flex cable for the front camera, for the digitizer, and the LCD screen. Now you connect the battery back together, and we are ready to put the bracket back on. All right, once you have all the screws installed, what you want to do is you want to slide the top here. You see that little 3 latch, and the 3 latches, you need to slide it in first on the top. Okay, push it on the top, the very top. And then what you want to do is you want to simply by pressing down the phone. Once you have the phone installed, do not forget the 2 screws at the bottom. And you are pretty much all done. Because this is the brand new battery, you may want to recharge the battery for like a good 4 to 6 hours and then recharge it, and you should have a working iPhone 7 Plus. If you find this video is helpful, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe. I appreciate you for doing that. Comment below, let me know were you able to follow along the video and get the battery replaced and get your screen replaced. And check out the description below where you can buy the parts at a cheaper rate, cheaper cost, rather than going to the cell phone shop and get it done. You can do this yourself. It's fairly simple. I hope that you learned something today, and I hope that this video helps. Until next time, please take care now. Bye.